Wyld Stallions.
What's up, guys? We are live on Facebook and YouTube. I am Nick, host of the Thursday Live this week, and joining me tonight, as always, the founder of the Wyld Stallions, Derek Long. How you
You
doing,
know,
Derek?
I was thinking earlier, I'm doing splendid. Thanks for asking. But I was thinking earlier, like, whose idea was it for us to do a live at this beautiful time of the day? Like, this is the best riding weather I've seen in like since last year. So if anybody's joining us live at this time, I applaud you for coming on and not being out walking, enjoying the weather, and riding your bike because that's what I was doing before I got here.
Yeah, for real, it has been a really nice day.
Yeah, I rode for the last 2 days, but I did have a absolute heartbreaker of a moment today. I know that you have already did this. It's still like very dear and near to my heart, so it's kind of like hard for me to bring up, but I got to get through it. So, sporty that I'm riding's got a cup holder. So I've never had a cup holder on a motorcycle. So I was like, you know what I'm gonna do for a fucking tongue-in-cheek picture? I'm gonna go get a goddamn Slurpee at the 7-Eleven, and I'm gonna put it in this thing, and I'm gonna ride it back. That Slurpee got all up past the fuel pumps and jumped out and committed suicide right on the parking lot there, and it went from a fucking Fago grape to a Fago ground really quick. And then I had to like turn the bike around, park it, do the walk of shame to go pick it up, and then walk back over by the pumps that I just left to throw the shit away. And the guy was like, "Oh, that's not a good way to start your day." Of course, it was like 1:30 in the afternoon, but he was like, "Oh, that sucks." And I was like, "Yeah, I know. Now I look like an absolute nerd for thinking I was going to get into Slurpee back to the shop with my motorcycle because it didn't happen." And I'm out of Slurpee, and I got the straw back. So, I mean, it's not the last time I'm gonna attempt it. I'm gonna let y'all know that, but this time was not a success. So I'm gonna have to
Maybe,
reevaluate my plans.
yeah, try a different strategy next time or something.
Yeah. You see, like, I got the little plastic one because it was the smallest size, but I wonder if, like, the foam bigger cup would have not only fit better, but added to the comical, situation of me riding around with a giant Slurpee.
Hmm.
Hmm, more to come on that. But, I wanted to, tell everybody happy belated, 420. I know it's 423 here, but, I mean, everybody enjoys Carmen Electra's birthday.
Is it Carmen Electra's birthday?
Yeah.
It's also my cousin's birthday. Shout out
Mhm.
Natalie, happy birthday! The only cousin's birthday I can remember for some reason. I don't know why.
That's weird.
Uh,
But, I, happened to completely forget what day it was, and so I was going to a, doctor's appointment and all that, and it's like 8:30 in the morning, and there is a line of people all the way around this building, and what really caught my attention was that one of them was dressed with like a wizard with a giant walking stick,
yeah.
and I don't know, that just was normal. And, I forgot that, they were having opening specials at the dispensaries that day because there was one across the street had a line in it, that one had a big line on it, and, I forgot what was even going on. I had to, like, why is there a wizard hanging out in front of that store?
People are
But,
unique.
yep, but other than that, yeah, 2 good days of riding, uh enjoying this little sporty. I'm glad I kind of kept track of it and kept it. It's comfortable. It's
Yeah.
got all the little bags and the windshield and cup holder and the, all that.
Was it 1200? I can't remember.
Yeah.
Yeah.
hmm It's got the highway bar with the pegs on it and all that too. Man, it looks like
Fucking
an old man ride, but it rides like an old man ride,
Huh?
and it's comfortable for what it is. It's actually pretty great.
You know, for all the
Um,
hate sporties get, I really,
yeah,
I like mine. Like
small,
even,
nimble,
mhm.
can still add up to it. I mean, if you see a race bike, normally you're not baggers. I just got into that, but it was always baseline, sporty engines. All the Beals were sporty engines and all that. They didn't go to a big twin and all that. So I mean, and it's all one size, but
Yeah.
you know that it is a two-ended sword there because like you got to have that size of a frame. It's got to fit that way, push everything back a little bit. But everywhere we're ever gonna go, there's gonna be custom sporties.
Well, I mean, they're cheap. There's a shit ton of aftermarket
Hmm.
love for them. So, I mean, you can pick up a sporty for $1,500 on Marketplace.
Well, how many did we miss
Usually.
last week? There was
No shit.
the $300 one, there was a $600 one, there was $800 shovel, there was a damn another bike that I missed the other day. Just do I need to go that far for it? But I need to stop arguing with myself and just fucking I need something I can just be like point and go and freaking go and get something like that. But when that is, because I drug my foot on that $800 shovel for about 5 minutes. Like, do I really need that? What is an $800 shovel? Yeah, I need that. And then by the time it was like I made my decision to do anything about it, it was like gone.
So there was one for 1,500 up there next to you. I don't. It was the same day that there was the sporty and uh, another shovel head, but $1,500 for a shovel
Mhm.
head, complete bike. Yeah, it didn't last very long.
Yeah, no. Um, and I mean, like, I've been scouting just marketplace, trying to like figure out those things. Watching it, I watch the marketplace and how everything rises and falls and pricing and all that. Like most people watch stock market, it's like, oh, I know when stuff's up, down, those that's a deal, what prices are and stuff like that. Because I'm just like ever since freaking, the trader, with the you
The
go
auto
get them at
trader.
the damn yeah, you go and get them at the gas station. I mean, they were free. I'd always be grabbing one of those, get a fountain pop and a freaking, goddamn candy bar and the auto trader and freaking flip through that thing and ooh, so that's what that is, then, do like the full, Joe Dirt and fucking 7 different panel. You don't know what this guy don't know what he has. God.
Oh,
But, you know, I guess everybody's got their addictions and their stuff. So,
well,
oh,
yeah. There's pretty much everyone I know scours marketplace for deals, different kinds of deals.
yeah. Just I do it like a job, like multiple times a day. Throughout the day, I change locations. I'll try to get it to bounce back with new things. It's a whole but other than that, I mean, talking of marketplace, we were gonna try a new little segment here. I did my homework, but it was actually previously turned in. I just am going to turn it back in because it was weeks ago. But it's still for sale, and I can't tell you why, because if I just had the extra amount of money burning a hole in my pocket and like it'd be mine because it is a one of a kind unit, let me tell you that. And I think the caption that I added to it when I sent it to you, and I always send stuff like that to Cameron, he always sends me the same shit from out of that area. I hope you like your buns hot was the caption that I added to that one.
Let's see. I got it. Right. Bam. There she is. Yeah.
So
S-
obviously he knows what he has, and Buns a blaring. He's riding that thing into the sunset and being buried with it before anybody buys it because he's not taking no more, no less.
Does that thing run?
I didn't ask him.
Mm.
I guess if like I need to do a little more like research on the back, like I can do those questions. Like, does it run? You got a title for it? It's clean. Yeah, I'm going to the
The,
DMV, mother.
I was just, what the
Right
fuck are
from
you?
here.
What are you registering this as? What is that? Like, I mean, is that a gold wing? Is that what you would register it as? As a smoker? it's a 1983 Weber. Shit. Oh
Oh,
my
trust me.
god.
The- I can hop a pop can in second gear.
Oh.
Oh, yeah, buddy. Yeah, so we'll be scouring the marketplace for more of those and bring them to everybody's attention. I mean, like we've had some good ones over the last week when I was deciding which one I wanted to pick, and it was like, okay, there's a VW trike that had the two up seat, but they were two individual horse saddles, four seats, and it had these ginormous freaking drag tires on it. And if you think about it, a VW motor's probably putting out between 40 and 50 souped up 70 something horsepower. So I mean, like, I don't know that you would even be able to push through those tires if you had enough traction to be able to push that thing away.
Yeah.
Overkill. But then we had fucking I sent you a pair of clown shoes. I mean, I didn't know what your size was, so I didn't move on those. But I mean, they're out there. And I did send that to the Wyld Stallions group chat between all of the builders and all. The 30-inch front wheel that
Um,
was $1,500, and it was all looked like a kid rolled it down the driveway. Like you've been running to the top of the hill and rolling it down, and playing that old stick with the wheel game, fucking running around. It was, yeah.
yeah, I did.
So I
Wasn't Matt
mean,
gonna go over and buy that?
well, he was scared. He wasn't gonna go get that.
Oh,
So I
damn.
mean, like
What
more of
was
those. Oh,
the
and
sidecar you sent me?
oh, the space car.
Yeah, after you sent me that, I ended up seeing like four more of those.
No shit. I've only seen the one, and like it looks like a adult male could sit down in that space capsule for the sidecar, and it almost looks like a prism tank reversed with just the wheel on it is what it reminded me of. That's why I called it like the space capsule. And I thought that thing was super cool. Like, shit, if you could figure out like having shit in there and ride yourself to somewhere. Now, if you could kick yourself into like a lay down position or something and have your own little like sleeping capsule that you towed around, you could like sit it up or put it down. I'd be on that.
Yeah, I showed that to Ash when you sent it to me, and I said, "Look," I said, "Would you take trips on or with me in this thing?" She said, "Yeah, that would actually be pretty cool." So yeah, well,
Mhm.
we're not fucking getting that shit.
Nope.
No.
So, I mean, the other thing that we are going to possibly segment out is also our chopper of the week, our build of the week. You know, we're spotlighting our build competition, but not only are we building motorcycles, but there's a whole plethora of other people across the world that are building motorcycles, and especially other countries like where we're watching them where it looks like they're back in the 70s doing it with stick welders and grinders and doing all that, which is like a cool look to the past almost because of the way that they're putting it together. And like, if we could find one of those, even if it was a build that has already been completed, that we kind of want to spotlight. Also, one of the things that we're going to be doing here in the next amount, especially with our time periods of not having one of our builders on, we need to figure out how to start filling this time and some more. What do you find in your region that happened to be the most god awful marketplace find that you found this week? You know, because if I'm finding shit like that, and Cameron finds shit like that, he sends it to me all the time, and I'm just like, he sent me a damn. It was like automotive creeper, and it was literally a piece of plywood with two skateboard trucks like screwed to it, and the dude was trying to get like 30 fucking dollars. Like, now, if you had to put that together because you're like, "Oh, I need something to work out," that's cool. If you're trying to, like, pass that ingenuity to somebody else for $30, that's not that's it's just fun.
No.
So, other than that, I'm gonna touch on 2 more things. This weekend, I will be at Steel Horse Ranch up in Cairo, Michigan for their 2nd anniversary. I haven't been up there since the last year. We've seen each other and, all that, but I haven't been to the ranch since last anniversary party. And so I'm firsthand gonna see what it looked like in a year when I get there on Saturday. Now that's Cairo, 2nd anniversary of the Steel Horse Ranch. Make sure that anybody in that ride or area is going to be coming to that. I know it's a pretty popular stop with everybody riding through that area. There was somebody the other day said looked like rain in the morning, rest of the afternoon looks great. And I'll tell you, if we can get a segment of what we had today for Saturday or yesterday, we're gonna be doing real well. So I might even just pop myself a big gulp in my cup holder and just, cruise on over to Caro for Saturday's, festivities. And also, one of our previous builders, happened to win year one. Zach Jones, he is part of the Forbidden Wheels down in Brighton. They are having a swap meet there. So that will be in Brighton. So if you are in the northwestern corner of Detroit area, there'll be a swap there. If you're going mid thumb up, Carol, you coming 2nd anniversary of Steel Horse Ranch. Um, and if you see me riding around slurping on a big gulp riding on the road, just turn around, follow me. I'm going to the party, buddy.
What was Zach doing? I haven't seen much from him on Facebook.
Well, I seen him at the swap in Novi. We just briefly like seen each other in passing. But other than that, dude looks like he's doing good. Um, and maybe that's something we'll definitely previous builders and stuff like that have been on. We talked about that before. Or maybe we'll swing him back through for a year one backtrack. How's it been since your, year one? Have you done anything else? How's your life been? He got married since then. I mean, those 2 are cool as shit. I mean, like, you talk to them and all that, so, I mean, yeah, we could probably bring them on, see what they're about lately and, stuff like that, but we were hoping to, touch up all our current builders before we started getting into guests and, other but, we're still trying to get through those, and that's something we'll get through, and, there's, already starting to be some interviews that we're lining up that are outside of our general realm of our builders that are in our build series. So, I mean, we're just, when we get past our builders, and then we have like that opening before we go back for our round two, we'll probably get to have a little bit of time there. We might be able to get one or two outside of the build people to come on, kind of go through. Maybe we'll go and I can't think of who would be first, but at the same time, I mean, like, have a good set of questions for them. Maybe plan to have them find their favorite marketplace disaster of the week, and
Well,
we,
we still owe Ben
you
Matthews an
mhm,
interview. Now that we
yep,
got this shit figured out.
yeah,
Oh,
and you know what? Like any other time that we've had any issue with trying to get somebody on, it's been their shit. So like, all those times were 100% on us. So
yeah,
like,
yeah,
we definitely need to like get back with that guy, and he sat there playing, what's that? Where we try and testing out on him. So test dummy, yeah, he used our test dummy for
yeah,
just trying to get things on, and we kept just saying it's something dumb. It's gonna be something so dumb, and it just ended up being something like you had to just go back through and click it through, or I don't remember how you did, but
yeah. It was just the link was fucked up. 2 letters.
mm,
That's what it was. Oh,
2 letters. Yeah. I
yeah.
mean, that is everything that I have, wrote down on my list of stuff. Oh, did you go and enjoy, Mother Nature yesterday? It was Earth Day.
I was working on my car yesterday.
Yeah, I went, like, longboarding, I haven't done that in, like, 20 years, and, then, like, rode my bike home. It was like I was playing around like a kid. It
Hmm.
was fun. But, here we are, we're out, the whole thing started, we were gonna go out and look for morel mushrooms and stuff, like because 'cause we've had a lot of rain starting as we seen somebody else that found some. "Oh, shit, there's a trail right over here, let's go. Also, let's bring our longboards, and we'll go down the paved section." And, like, so I didn't know it was, you know, Earth Day, and then out of nowhere, freaking Ivan goes, "Hey, it's Earth Day." And I'm like, "God damn it. I didn't even freaking buy her anything. And here you are. You're telling me right in front of her." Fucking,
Way to fuck shit up.
yeah. Wouldn't be the first time that I'd forgot to bring home or get a gift for somebody.
Yeah.
Whew. That's still sour.
As I say, she looking at you
Hmm.
out of frame.
Uh, anyway, um, the weather's been great. It's supposed to start dropping. Actually, it's gonna like cool down. It's gonna like fucking go from 70 to 55 like it just got done seeing a highway trooper on the side of the highway. So I mean, hopefully it decides to get out of that and back to real good riding weather like it was today. And man, I just all day long have just heard motorcycles running around. So like next week there'll be a couple of good deals, I'll tell you that.
Yeah, I think I might take a spin after we get done here. Oh,
Yeah.
Fucking ringtones. All right, we gonna bring our guest on.
Well, I mean, we are also going to be having another. We realized that we always had Frank on. We might be talking about weather and riding and stuff. So let's bring on Frank and see how the rides, weather's looking like, and maybe get a ride report.
Oh, there she is. What's up, Franklin?
Hey, Franklin.
How we doing? So
Oh,
yes, the weather today is great. I did go for a ride up Defiance and back, and figured if I was going to talk about it, I might as well get firsthand experience how good the conditions are. So
Mm-hmm.
conditions excellent today. Next week looks a little shaky. Yesterday looked good too, but it ended up raining here. I don't know if you got any of that up your way, Nick.
yesterday?
Yesterday it rained. We had a
Uh,
couple of good little storms come through.
yeah, I don't think it did. I don't remember. Yeah, I've been so damn busy. I don't know what fucking day it is.
I don't. I don't know whether the weather was weathering or whether it wasn't. But I had rode for the last 2 days, so it was nice here. Um, and on top of the whole thing, Frankie has to let me know that he went and got an ice cream cone. He didn't drop it. Like to add insult to injury, that I had dropped my grape slushy all over the entrance to the 7-Eleven when I was trying to go one block.
See, I didn't know it was grape. Had I known it was grape, I probably would have just left it alone. I mean,
Yeah.
The fuck?
Hmm. Yep. It was Fago grape. It turned into Fago ground, and I'm going back. Like I said, this is like you beat me once. Good for you. You beat me 6 times. Then I got to start finding a different way to have a Slurpee on my motorcycle.
Hmm.
I don't think Nick gets it. I mean, this wasn't your average red speedway slushy, dude. This was a grape slushy. Like that's some
Uh,
serious stuff right there.
Yeah, yeah. It was not even like mixed with any other flavor. It was pure grape. Hmm.
My condolences.
I
I
know.
didn't know.
Well, I mean, like, I think that bringing it up has really helped me, like, let go of it because, there was a time when I pulled back into the shop, I just had to go and have my moment by myself because all I had left was the straw and the memory.
At least, at least you had that. You had something to hold on to. So
Jesus.
Yeah, yeah.
Jesus. Oh,
Yep. But other than that, out here cranking hogs and petting dogs, buddy.
cranking hogs and petting dogs.
Hmm.
All right. Oh,
Any thing exciting happened to Frank besides the weather?
no.
No. Did you do anything to
No.
your build?
I got my seat mounted actually.
Yeah.
I spent I don't know how many hours making a $9 part, so
No.
ooh. I'm Frank. I'm so cool. I get progress done on my bike. Ooh.
I literally made this mount and I got on lowbrow and found it, and it's like a $9 thing that I spent. I don't know how many hours making. Like, well, that totally wasn't worth it, but whatever. It looks cool.
Yeah. Well,
I actually just got my hardtail in today.
yeah.
Yeah.
So was that at like did you have to procure it like was it you can go in and click, or did you have to be like, hey, I need this for this bike specific, and then it had to be made specific for it? Like, is that something that's a catalog item in there, stuff,
Yeah.
or
Voodoo Vintage, dude over in Westville, Indiana. He makes hardtails for all those older Japanese bikes. He does it for shovel heads and iron heads too.
Mhm.
Um, but yeah, yeah, basic bitch shit. Just go in and click and order it.
I didn't know like that was something that would be a one-off or an actual like somebody has seen the market of that because I didn't know if there was. Um, but speaking of like a couple of cool things that I had seen lately in that kind of front, and it's 750s, but Gotti's Garage guys there, Gotti, coming out with his stuff for the 750s that he's prototyping out. Those shit pretty cool. The clear float bowls.
Oh yeah,
Then he's also doing uh an electric damn it. What is it in the front of the motor that helps with spark and against the timing?
rectifier,
Ignition?
regulator.
I don't know. I
So
don't know exact
like
bikes.
in Harleys, they'll have that rectangle box that goes up in the timing cover, and it helps with the spark if you only have a kick only bike.
I don't have any of that.
Okay. I don't have. Okay. Um,
That doesn't help
I'm
me
like
figure this out
com-
because like I don't have that.
Frank.
I have I have points and I've got a module like an ignition module.
okay. So I'm blanking, but where you put that up inside that cover, and it's like the spark and comes off of that, but he's prototyping one out for a 750, and it looks like he's 3D printing with some metal filament and getting it to fit and then going back and casting it. Somebody tell you what the fucking box is that I can't think of yet?
No, nobody's talking shit in the chat.
Okay.
But yeah,
Probably not
John,
even fucking
The,
they're probably just
the
fucking
ignition
laughing at
module?
us.
no.
That's wrong,
It's not
Frank.
an
No.
ignition module. It's
Well, I don't know what that's what gives you your spark is your ignition system. I mean,
yeah.
What?
Jesus.
Settle down, Frank. Fuck.
I'm so lost right now.
Fuck.
Oh
And you gotta
man.
be screaming at us and shit, goddamn. I don't fucking know.
Screaming.
Man.
Oh, jeez.
Yeah. I'll remember this blatantly. I had it in my goddamn head. Like, I could probably just look up him and he'd bug me.
Oh, John does a lot of really cool shit. He's a really cool guy too. Um,
Hmm.
I interviewed him back years ago for my other podcast, and super cool guy. He's always in all the Facebook groups,
Hmm.
answering questions and shit. The fuck was that?
It was one of Jack Getty's posts that had music behind it, and it's like it's still funny to me that it's Gotti, like John Gotti, like the Teflon
Mm-hmm.
Don. It's spelled differently, but I mean,
Yep. Yeah, he's a super cool guy. Everyone, go give him a follow if you're not. Gaddy's Garage on Facebook, Instagram, YouTube. He's got them all. Oh, well, Franklin, while you were sitting waiting for us to bring you on, did you happen to see Derek's Facebook find of the week?
I did, yes.
What'd you think of that?
Very I I think you could almost ride it. I mean, engine wise, everything looked like it was still there. So
Yeah, look at
that's
that.
yeah, I mean definitely some ingenuity there.
it says
Um
smoker
I'm guessing somebody
unique.
had some extra parts laying around. It is definitely unique.
Smoker
And
unique.
I'm thinking that somebody got bored and had some junk laying around and said, "What happens if I put this with this?" And this is what we got.
You know, one thing that Cam sent me that I thought was cool as shit earlier today was a little weed whip powered wheelbarrow to take to swap meets. So like if you pick something up and then you had to like go back over, you could like wheelbarrow ride it back over to your spot and dump it off and then, go back out.
What?
Yeah.
Like a motorized wheelbarrow?
Yeah, you ever seen them like spreaders where they just like float on the where you have your 2 feet on the back of it, even mowers like that, stand up
Oh yeah,
mowers.
yeah, yeah.
And then so it had the two wheels, and then like the front wheel was motorized, and then you just turn the wheelbarrow, and then you put a um uh mini bike inside of it, and then he pull started it, and then pulled it up, and then rode off with it. I'll send it to you after this. You had to be there.
Okay. Well, yeah.
But
That
yeah,
thing, that's nuts. I wonder
It
how long
is
you'd have
it
to
is
let that.
definitely unique. That is for sure.
How long would you have to let that cool down before you could?
get back on it and ride home.
Yeah, hop on that fucking thing and ride it home.
Yeah.
Depends how tough you are.
Hmm.
Leather pants, maybe. I don't know.
Yeah. You can be smoking your buns all the way there. I mean, get them all warmed up and ready to go, fucking, and then like, yeah, he's prototyping some velocity stacks.
Yeah,
Um,
for I know he did some of those for the V Stars. He does a lot of stuff for the V Stars, so the VLX, Shadows, um, kind of your newer bobber, uh, popular bobber builds.
hmm, yeah,
I know I've hit him up a
like a
couple of
city.
times for parts too. Like he,
Hmm.
take off parts. He'll usually cuts me
Yeah.
a pretty good deal on those. So if you're needing something for a V Star or a VLX, um, hit him up. He doesn't charge an arm and a leg for it.
Well, anything, I'm fresh out of, anything really.
Franklin, what do you got sitting behind you?
That would be my 76 from year two.
That was the one that
I haven't,
won.
yes,
Yeah,
I haven't
you're
rode that a whole lot yet this year. I ran it to Defiance and back a couple times. It's still early in the year, but
so you're saying that was your year two build, right? That
you
was,
guys is year two, my year one.
yep. So if we're like trying to get to the season 4 finale, do you happen to know what day that is?
August 29th,
August
I
29th.
believe.
Yes. So, Wasso Vintage Motorcycle Days and the Wyld Stallions Motorcycle Show and build finale, where you can come and vote for your favorite build of our season 4 builders. Owasso, Michigan, downtown, in the square, down the street. Let's take it all over. Come on, August 29th, 2026. And let's see what kind of shenanigans we can get away with until we can no longer get away with shenanigans.
Yeah, if you got a
We've got some
custom
junk
build,
tires here. How does the burnout contest sound? Would
Um,
that be a no go?
yeah, well, it would be a no go if I asked. If we just started doing it, I mean, I guess that would
We
be
do
one
it
of
for a little
those.
while.
Yeah.
we could get away with
Um,
it for 1 year at least.
yeah. Yeah. take your shenanigans and your hooligans and go. Yep.
Yeah.
All right, all right. I'm gonna take my hooligans and get on out of here. I'll
So yeah, if you've
finagle
got
everybody else around.
a custom build, bring it to the show. We're also trying to get more um, garage built customs. I don't even have to be garage built, I guess. Just more custom bikes.
Yeah, and do try to put it into a and there's daily riders and everything like that. I'm around 98. I mean, that is still considered older to most. But I mean, like for our show, we would like to be a little bit towards the vintage scenario. Old motorcycles are our thing. If you want to ride in stuff like that, you have a killer piece, maybe. But let's see how many bikes we can get downtown. We'll have a class for anything, I guess. Like we can put together whatever. Um, and we'll probably have a nice little, let's say, what can we put together for our show winner, not our build winner, but if we had a Wild Stallion Shopper show, we need to start putting together like a little, grab bag for the winner of that person too. You know, if you're gonna come be part of our show and show, your motorcycle at our show, let's try to give out something that, rewards that person to come and be, a part of what we're trying to do. That's what I kind of feel like. If we're putting a show on, you're bringing a bike. I mean, at least you're getting a Wild Stallion shirt. At least you're gonna be like, we're gonna take photos and share the shit out of that. So I mean, come on down for that. There's also usually somebody there that hell, they do a lot of coverage of motorcycle shit around this area. And they happen to be one of our biggest sponsors. I mean, like, if you want to know motorcycle and motorcycle related things, one of our biggest sponsors happens to be Thunder Roads Magazine of Michigan. And I've said it multiple times, and I'm going to keep saying it. Thunder Roads Magazine of Michigan, the best goddamn motorcycle magazine Michigan has to offer. I don't know. That's all you got to hear because if it came from my mouth, that's us. Take that shit to the bank, buddy.
uh, yeah. If you guys aren't following Thunder
Uh,
Roads, make sure you go follow Thunder Roads.
we
RJ's
got a
Are
cool
they
lot
as
of
going to be
shit.
up at Emily next week?
yeah, yeah. That's next
Do you
week
know if
too.
they're going to be up there next week, Derek?
Yes, they are. Well, that's how I even like started remembering it because RJ was wondering about if we're going to be going to Imlay City again, and I told him yes because I have every intention of getting there. Yes, I don't know that I'm going to pull a bike. We'll see. It also sucks that it's going to have to be a day trip for me because well, I can't do that. I don't know. We'll have to figure something out because I don't want to have to day trip it because I'm trying to be there and have burgers on. Oh, that's what you could do, Frank. I just showed you a perfectly awesome grill, and if we had that for our
Yeah.
potluck at Imlay City, you would be. I don't know. They'd probably give you an award, bud. For helping us drunk
I'm,
fuckers at 3 a.m. in the morning get something to eat when everything else is
yeah,
closed.
you will something like that up there. A
Yeah.
lot of the guys think that's cool.
And you know, we ain't got it together yet, but I mean like Kelly's got a hot dog cart. It ain't gonna be ready by, next week. But I'll tell you one thing, I'm gonna be posting that up a lot because she's putting a lot of effort into that. I went in with it, but she has completely ran that her design, her way going. She had me come over to one of her previous employees that she still works on the hut over in Grand Blanc just for me to try some of the hot dogs that she's like coming up with. And I don't know if neither of you know who Bob's Burgers is, but like I've seen it like we watch it regularly. And so she comes up with and she's like, I got this idea. I want to have a hot dog of the day where I have like a board that I'll write the different name of it on and then I'll have it on the side of the cart. And I'm like, oh, like Bob's Burgers, but Kelly's dog of the day. And she like, huh? Like it would just crack me up. Like she came to the same conclusion as that is like, but she's gonna have some really thought out different hot dogs to try with a whole different like different things that you wouldn't put on a normal hot dog for your offering, but she's gonna try to put that every week or so, have a different dog that she's going to be doing, and then of course having her things. We're already going to be seeing her at probably Vehicle City for bike nights, which are just got postponed from starting tomorrow because it's supposed to rain till May 8th. So the following week or so, 2 weeks later. And so, I mean, Darling Dogs is coming along just great. And she'll be all done with all that stuff next week, and she'll be pulling around and serving pin-up, dressed up hot dogs with different flavors for your liking. So see how that goes, but I think it's going to do great.
Are they all beef dogs?
Uh, they are Kogels, and I know that probably don't mean shit to you, but you don't eat nothing around here unless it's fucking Kogel, I'll tell you that. Because we are like very particular on what kind of Viennas or hot dogs we use for our, you know, our Coney dogs. So is it all beef? You can get Vienna set or all that. I did a short stint at that facility, and if you, it's something else to work in a meat packing facility. It's not great, to be honest, to be
Mm-mm.
the maintenance guy at a meat packing facility because when they find out that all the seals and the pump that they've been using for the last 6 months aren't good no more when it starts squirting meat out the side of it. So then you got to open up that case to replace those seals. And there's been meat that happened to be trapped up inside those gears running around in there for a week or so. And it's not good.
Mm.
Not good. And then
Yeah,
it's a
yeah, it doesn't sound.
constant meat smell. And then like if you aren't familiar with a casing on a hot dog is, let me not be the one to break it to you, but the formaldehyde that those, stuffs come in just fills the room.
You are a shitty, shitty hot dog salesman.
But let me tell you, if
Uh,
you're gonna buy a hot dog and you want a good quality hot dog, you get a Kogel's dog because like I did see the meat that comes in for that, and it was like Gaylord boxes of like pure steak. Like they just went and bought large boxes of good meat and then they just ground it up. So I mean, for the quality of what's going into it, great. If you think about the nooks and crannies that meat can get trapped in when you have to fix it, the conveyor belts, the this, the that, the ovens, the steam pipes that you had to go and freaking fix a leak on the top of the ovens, it never really, or you had the vice versa because you had the screaming hot top of the ovens, or all the packing and all the other had to be kept at a regulated like 30 degrees. So you had to go into those rooms and they were always 30 degrees. So like you're running back and forth, you're going to like 100 plus degree up in the ceiling to climb back down the ladder to walk directly into like 30-degree cold. Everybody had to wear like big, sweatshirts with all the protective, gloves and plastic and shit like that. But it was not something that they didn't keep me on after my 60 whatever day trial run, which at first kind of upset me, but dude, I don't think I could ever got used to it. Especially like all drains go to one central port and just shove out the side, and it's like in an overflow that we had to collect. Gross.
Yeah, no
Yeah, they just
thanks.
blow that stuff and it go in down the
Yep.
drain, down the
Mm.
center, and right out the side of the building into a catch pot. And we had to go out there as maintenance guys and like shovel it into like 55-gallon drums, and then like pick it out of the hole, and then go and take it over to the dock so somebody that did processing for whatever that was could come and pick it up. Have you ever gagged so much that you have completely like stopped gagging and it doesn't bother you anymore? Like for the first half an hour, you don't know if you're ever gonna get through it, but then you've gagged so much you don't even like have anything else to do, and it's like you're just there. Like that was some of those moments that I had.
Yeah, that's how I afford all my motorcycle parts.
Would like something to do with meat, but I mean I don't know where you're.
No, no, no. The gagging. Yeah,
Yeah, yeah,
gotcha.
meat gagging.
Oh, yeah. There's a rendering plant just to the north of me, and I've known some people that work there, and they say, yeah, they bring in all the roadkill and shit, and it's like,
I
yeah,
didn't want to like bring it, but like the person who came and picked up like all the old hot dog meat and all that shit, they would go to the like vets and pick up deceased animals on their way to where we were. So like when they got there, it was just like a sad sight of like a pile of dogs hanging out in the corner of a box truck.
oh,
Yeah, and then like here I am letting like 3 55-gallon drums of like leftover meat scrap in like the back corner of it. Like it was insane to me. I never even knew that such a thing was. But I mean, I don't know how else you deal with that problem.
well, true that.
Hmm. Yeah, yeah. But all right, well, guys, I don't know that I have anything else for you. And there's a motorcycle out there that's asking me to go out there and crank it through some gears. I don't know. Might have to do that. And I don't know. I need to figure out something to eat. Now, freaking, I know the ice cream place open, and Frank went and told me he got a freaking, ice cream cone, and might have to figure that out now.
Now you're all jealous and shit.
Yeah. At least I'll be able to, like, if I trip over a crack in the fucking sidewalk, I should be able to get, like, more than 10 feet with that.
Just stand there at the counter and eat it. Don't move.
Just, I'm not moving.
There's
No, 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 you're waiting. Next. No,
Oh,
you don't understand what this cone, means to my mental health right now. And if it were to fall out of there, yeah. All right, boys. So I think
he said he let the Slurpee go earlier. I don't know that he's actually let it go.
I
nah.
haven't. I told you, like talking it through is helping me get to the point where I might be able to one day let it go. But I'm not done with that, and I will continue to come up with how I'm going to be able to be floating down the highway with a Slurpee in my cup holder, with a big, long, crazy, loopy straw coming to my mouth. And I'm just sitting back riding it.
Fuck
Hmm.
yeah.
Like a really long fucking like 7 straws shoved in each other, just so I can sit back and I'll just hold it there, take sips every so often.
uh,
I don't know if there's a better afternoon, like
right.
riding my motorcycle into the sunset, slurping on a Slurpee. And maybe I'll get that really fun straw where it's like, and I'll connect it so it gets like goggle
Glasses.
glasses.
Yeah.
Yeah, and then like it'll go all through, around, back up. just to get one sip out. It's like,
You pass out. Yeah.
all right. Yep. Thank you for everybody for joining us on our Thursday night, Wednesday live, and we only have a couple more weeks, and Dick will be on par with his, venture
W-
there, and
Well done. Well done. Well done.
yeah, and we will be back to our Wednesday night schedule, our Wild Wednesdays. And bring make sure you're following along. If you see any of this at any time, make sure you do remember we have YouTube. You can go back and watch our catalog and make sure you follow along. You can see how much we actually have gotten better. It happens. It happens.
Yeah. Yeah.
It happens. Go back, check. And you can see how we've gotten to the point where we are now. Um, and also Facebook, share our stuff. Instagram, go ahead with that. Share along. TikTok, we don't got it. And go and tell all your friends about it. And follow along. So it's the 23rd now, but May 1st, we will be dropping our newest updates that our builders have submitted for where they are in their current build. I know that I know where I'm at. I know Frankie put a seat on. I know you just got a hardtail. So I mean, like that's beyond. But where were we? Last week because we do all ours 15 days in advance because we're kind of on a print schedule, and but those will be dropping soon. Make sure you follow along with all those builders and follow along with what they are building for this year's Wild Stallions motorcycle build competition. And come down to a while. So for our, Wasso Vintage Motorcycle Days, our Wild Stallions Motorcycle Show, and Wild Stallions Motorcycle Build Finale, where you can vote for your favorite build and make. That's why I say follow along. Make sure you know what's coming. Come in there, you can come in there and just vote off of the cuff. That's good. That's great. You'll see, that, but that don't show the whole story, and that's really what we are. We're like we follow the story. We all get to the same location in the end, but how did we get there? The trials, tribulations, of how you went through that build, how you got to where we are, how we almost didn't get to that build, how you waited all the way up until you got your hardtail from Voodoo Vintage to really start, kicking yourself in the ass and getting back out there.
Yeah.
And if that happens to be the story, that's the story, and that's what we follow, and that's what we got. Also, follow along for our new segments. If you're following in right now, go ahead and go back. We had a keep your buns hot smoker, and we're gonna have some more of those greatest marketplace finds. Also, follow along because we're gonna start putting our sponsors for our build competition in that square where we have our logo. We'll be putting up there, and I know that I'm writing something for Michigan Biker Law. Maybe we can bring somebody on that aspect and help us maybe see what I don't know. I'm the riveting world of insurance. Sounds Well, it sounds like something.
Yep.
And if you're following us on Thursday today, make sure you follow us next Thursday, and then we'll be back on Wednesdays. Anything else you guys got for these fine gentlemen and women and ladies and them and I just said it, folks, and been over it.
Franklin.
Got nothing.
Got nothing. Well, make sure you have your map drawn up with your
And
lightning bolts and your
I got
clouds
nothing.
and stuff for next week's live. We're gonna have our ride report with our meteorologist, like alike person, Franken, and then we can keep breaking down these weeks until we get down to the show, and hopefully everybody can get down there so we can have one hell of a party down there. So if y'all don't have anything, I don't have anything.
No. Thanks for watching, guys. Make sure to follow
All
along.
right. Make sure to follow along. Till then,
Take care. Stay safe, everyone.
be excellent to each other.